You know what would be cool? A light novel series about a full dive VR MMO game. No, not that one. This one. So, the first thing I need to tell you about this series is that despite ostensibly being about monster taming, it's not really anything like Pokemon, which could be a disappointment for you if, like me, that's what you were expecting. Side note, if you know of a good light novel series that has that Pokemon feel, do me a solid and leave the title in the comments. Late Start Tamer's Laid Back Life Volume 1 details the experience of one player, Yuto, during the launch of a full dive VR MMO game. Other than a brief segment at the beginning, where Yuto details all the preparations he makes to be able to play the game non-stop for basically an entire month, the vast majority of the book takes place inside the game world. Yuto wants to play as one of the less popular class options in the game, the Tamer. He's done his research on stats, bonuses, skill distributions, all that stuff, and he just wants to enjoy this full dive game side by side with an adorable tamed monster. And so here's the next thing I need to tell you about this series. It's fantastic. I have never been this invested in a fictional MMO. Actually, I've never been this invested in a real MMO, but let's leave that aside for right now. So what do I like about it? Well, for one thing, it really is laid back. This is a very chill light novel. See, despite all his preparation, Yuto's initial monster is unique and powerful, but completely unsuited for combat. And because he put all his points into this monster, counting on it to fight for him, Yuto is also completely unsuited for combat. What follows is 300 some pages of Yuto basically adapting to this setback by altering his playstyle and leaning into his monster's strengths by farming and exploring. That's actually something else I like about it. The author goes into great detail about this MMO world and its mechanics, but it's done in such a way that it never feels like an info dump. Yuto is exploring this game world, and we get to learn about it right along with him. As a really nice touch, there are sections of the light novel that replicate an online forum and give even more insight into the game world through the eyes of other players. If I had one criticism to make about this book, it's that Yuto's late start life and early setbacks do not prevent him from falling into the trope of everything I do somehow results in me being extra special. It's not nearly as bad as Kirito, but it's still noticeable. So how good is this series? Well, it's so good that as soon as I finished Volume 1, I jumped right into Volume 2, so watch for that video coming soon. If you like light novels with chill vibes and detailed MMO mechanics, you'll really like this book. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.